Okay, let's go. Hello and welcome to the Edges of Earth. My name is Brock. Today I'm walking with Jamal, and interesting how we met. I was dropped off from a different city on an autobus, and I was looking for another bus to take me to the center of the city. I asked him how to get to the area of the castle. He says, I'm going there also, come with me. This was all done through Google Translate. So I followed him on the bus. He brought me here. He helped me find a cheap hotel. And then he also offered to take me and show me around in the castle. So he has like about an hour and a half before he has to go to the field and water some watermelons and corn and other stuff. He's very kind. We're gonna go explore the castle. So Jamal brought me into a mosque to look around. He translated this is apparently a sundial. I'm not really sure what time it is, but that's really cool. I don't know how old it is, but that's cool. And over here, generally this is where people, I believe, wash their hands and feet before they go to pray or something like that. At least that's kind of how they did it in India, but I don't know about here. It's a really cool place. I really like those pillars. Those pillars are extremely old. Wow, it's really cool. He says over here is Hassan Pasha.
Yes.
Hassan Pasha.
Yes.
Hassan Pasha Inn, which is like maybe a hotel or a building of some type. Let's travel a bit there. Looks like maybe a market? I'm not sure. I don't know. It's fun to follow the locals because the locals know everything. Yeah, it looks like some type of market. You can make a rug, a carpet with your face on it. That's cool. Oh, wow. Chogazel, yeah? Beautiful. Oh, this is so cool. This is a really unique place. So basically it's just like a lot of cafes. A cafe, yeah, a lot of cafes. And carpets for sale, teapots. This is a very interesting location. Yeah.
Sabah kahvaltısı burası çok güzel. Çok güzel. Çay kahve satıyor.
He says morning breakfast, especially this place, is very nice. Very nice place, tea and coffee. Yeah, this is cool. I might have to come here in the morning and drink some tea.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, very cool. Oh, yeah. Finger.
Üstadları gezir kahvaltıları.
He says climb up the stairs from there and visit the roof to have breakfast. Okay, cool. So maybe tomorrow morning I will go up there. I think I just seen a foreigner walk in as I was walking out. I've been traveling quite a bit over the last 2 months, but specifically the last month I've kind of crossed the border of the halfway mark from east to west Turkey. Once you enter west, the amount of tourists that you see is almost none. I mean, that's the first foreigner I've seen in a long time, an obvious foreigner. So I just arrived here off the bus. What I thought was interesting is this down here. It's empty right now, but I think in the evening, down here is just going to be amazing, full of people sitting on the ground with nice cushions and stuff, hanging out with their friends and family. I think that's really, really cool. It's a cool place. I think I should have came here in the evening Oh wow, this guy's fishing with a net or something. I think I will hang out in the city during the evening. It'll be more interesting, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I think this guy is fishing with a net. He just threw like a net in there and then he brings it back up. I'm curious if he brings any fish. No idea. I'll keep my eye on him. Anyway, cool place. Cool place. Really damn hot. Nobody's swimming. I thought if people were swimming, I would also go swimming, but I definitely don't see anybody swimming. It's small. What are they called? They're called fish. Fish. What is fish? I forgot fish. Fish is fish. Oh. Balak. Yeah, balak. So the guy did catch a couple fish, just very tiny fish. So I think I'm going to go find a place to sit for a minute. Wow, I don't know, down here maybe. Where should I sit? Maybe over here. This looks perfect. Right next to the water. Awesome. Oh wow, there's a crab. Do you see him? There's a crab down there holding onto a fish. Can you see him? That's as close as I can get. Yeah, laminato. That's it. Only laminato. You have Wi-Fi here or no? No, okay, no problem. Okay, thank you. So I got some lemonade, which is amazing because I am ridiculously thirsty. Ah. It is so hot that I can't even describe to you. There's 0 spots on my shirt that is dry. That's how wet I am. It is ridiculously hot. I just went through the footage on my camera just now, and I'm quite frustrated how much footage I messed up. Instead of recording in regular video format, I just did a time lapse of everything. So yeah, that's what you just watched a minute ago. Just the time lapse of walking through the streets, the time lapse of us talking, and the time lapse of us going through the castle. That sucks. We had a lot of cool, interesting conversations. Everything was done through Google Translate. He doesn't speak English, I don't speak Turkish, and so what was special about this interaction was that it was completely through our phones. That was it. It's still a new camera, I'm still getting used to this whole thing, so it might take me a while. I'm frustrated with myself. Long story. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Now I'm back to where I started at the castle over here. Now I have to go back to my hotel, which is a long walk. I have to kind of recharge my camera. The camera dies pretty quick, and my battery pack is totally dead. So anyway, walking home. So I made it back to my room, number 303. This is where I live for the night. Oh my God. That also includes AC. Oh, crank it right down to 21. Anyway, cool. So I have to just hang out for, I don't know, an hour, charge some stuff. It's better this way anyway because it's so damn hot. And plus, more people come out in the evening, and it's always more fun to explore in the evenings anyway, so it works out well. I might even take a nap. So it's about 6:15. I just left my hotel. I got maybe, 30 minutes of sleep. and I also recharged my batteries, so that was nice. Now I'm going for a walk, I think. I'm gonna go down this little path, I guess. The hotel manager, I asked him what should I do, and one of the places that he recommended was to go over here and check out the staircase area. I don't know why, but that's what he recommended, so I went there. And now, basically, if you look at Google Maps, like this giant area in the city that seems to be like walled off or something, or surrounded by water, I'm not sure. It's really cool. So I'm just going to wander around this whole area and, I don't know, see what I can find. And then I'm probably going to, this evening, go to that giant chai shop that the man brought me to earlier today. So walking through here is really interesting. It's very, very, very different than what I expected. It kind of feels like India, except cleaner, which sounds bad, but it's really cool. All of the houses are, I don't know how old they are, but you can see at the foundation, they're this way. Thank you. The foundation is very, very old, but then the bricks that go up higher are a little bit newer. I don't know when this place was built, but it's definitely been here for a while. It's really cool. It's still super, super hot. I don't know what it is, but in Fahrenheit, I would say probably close to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's really, really hot. This way. No. Maybe it's this way. Hello. But apparently, I was wrong. I'm trying to go to the main road. I have no idea what's over here. Great, I'm gonna get lost in here. Maybe through that blue door. No, I don't know. No idea. I'm getting lost. That's awesome. I don't know. I'll translate. Which direction is the main road? Main road. Wow. A little bit wet. Okay, I'll have that just in case I need it. I don't know, it's really interesting. Hello. Wow, wow. There's more activity out in the streets than I guess I would have thought. That mosque is really cool. I don't know if it's new or old. Looks new, but maybe it's old. I don't know. No idea. Hopefully I'll find the exit. Amazing, so I think I found the main road, but the main road is boring. I'll probably just dive back in and do it again on the other side. I just have to figure out which road to enter from. Oh, there's like 1,000. Yeah, so basically 2 turns and go right. Let's go get lost again. So I turned right and now I'm going this way. And if I follow this path, apparently it will take me all the way to the river. I'm very curious what the river looks like. Is it clean? Is it dirty? Is it big? Is it small? No idea. So I made it all the way here, but it turns out it's not a river. It is just like a grass moat. So fun fact, if you travel in Turkey and you use Google Maps, you will see that when you zoom in on Google Maps, everything is blurry. Nothing is in focus. You cannot zoom in very far. It must be like some government regulation. I'm really not sure. But unfortunately, you just can't zoom in very far. So I thought it was a river. Totally isn't. It's just a moat thing. I don't know. You can kind of see it over there. So I almost hit a man. He was going right, so I went left, but then he went left, so then I went right, and we had this like awkward thing. He didn't look very happy. Anyway, so yeah, now I'm kind of going back. The sun kind of officially set. I usually don't really enjoy walking around at night, anywhere. And I'm not a nightlife guy, and plus, I don't know, it's kind of sketchy. So anyway, fun fact, karpuz means watermelon in Turkish. Oh, also, this is kind of cool. There's a man on the tractor just sitting there on his phone in the middle of town. It's kind of fun. Maybe he's the watermelon guy. So it is about 7 o'clock exactly in about 30 seconds. And you'll notice half of the shops are closed already. So I think it must, I don't know if it's exactly 7 o'clock when Turkey kind of shuts down, or if it's in relationship to the sun. When the sun goes down, maybe the business is closed. Like, I'm curious in the winter if they close earlier because the sun goes down earlier. No idea. If you are from Turkey and you know that answer, comment below. I'm very curious. So in this part of town, it's a bit more lively, I guess you could say. Everybody, I guess this is the place to go. I was over there, but no. You gotta come here if you want to see people. Wow, there's a lot, huh? Oh my god. It's cool though. A lot of jewelry. Everywhere that I go in Turkey, you have tons and tons of jewelry shops. I wonder why. I don't get it. Maybe people invest part of their income every month in jewelry to help prevent loss of the value in currency. I don't know. That's what I heard people did in Cambodia, so maybe the same happens here. I'm just not sure. But there's a lot. There's a guy playing music off to the left. People eating corn over here. Oh, I smell the corn now. Anyway, I was gonna go in here. I don't know, it's probably gonna be super full also. No idea if I can find a seat or not. I'll probably go there for tea in the morning also, I guess. I don't know if it closes. Oh shit. Oh, there's plenty of tables. I don't know where to sit though. Where should I go? Should I go up? Should I go down? It's very cool down here. It feels so good. I don't know. I'll sit over here and hopefully someone comes to, I don't know, provide some type of drink, I guess. All by myself. So what's interesting in each country is, I would say one of the most frustrating parts about traveling, other than visas, is determining how restaurant culture works. Because in some countries you seat yourself, in some countries you don't seat yourself, in some countries you pay at the table, in some countries you go and pay at the door, in some countries they give you a receipt at the table, in some countries they don't. There's like 1,000 different ways. Some countries you have to order near the food and then go sit down. Some you go sit down and then they take your order. And then all of those orders are just different in so many different countries, so it's really frustrating. And then plus, within each country, sometimes different restaurants do it differently, so you never know. So I'm assuming that if I sit here, someone will come and ask me what I want, but I don't know. Awesome, so it took a while, but someone finally did come, and I asked for something cold, but not sweet, and they said, nope, we don't have that, it's only water. So I said, okay, lemonade, so that's what we got. But it's good. It's better than the lemonade that I had earlier today, which tasted kind of like a powder mix a little bit. So this is definitely fresh. This is real lemons. I cannot tell you how much you sweat in this part of the world. It's just unimaginable. It's right up there when I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and I remember I was drinking so much water per day I couldn't imagine it. And so one day I actually recorded how much water I drank. I drank 1.5 gallons. I bought 2-gallon containers, and I started in the morning and went to the evening. One was complete, and I got halfway down the 2nd gallon. I would say I'm pretty close to that right now. I am drinking so much water.
Lemon 20.
Lemon, 20. Is it this one?
This is
Amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, what time do you open in the morning?
This is 16.
6. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Morning 6.
Cool, thank you, thank you, thank you. 6. Okay, 666. Oh my god, ice cream. Don't look at the ice cream. It's so good. It's so good in this country. More jewelry. And rings. I still have not bought a ring in this country yet. Those were too big. I need to do that because I have to exit this country in like 2 weeks. So it's just too much bling. Too many diamonds. Eventually I'll find something somewhere. Maybe as I get closer and closer to the border of my next country, I'll find a cheap little ring that I don't know, I will like or something. What a day. It is 7:45 p.m. and yep, it's super dark. I'm finished, I'm dead, I'm tired. So I would say I enjoyed today quite a bit because the whole reason I travel is basically to meet local people. So it really worked out today that man offered to help me, and it was fun. It was really cool to hang out with him. Walking around was really interesting. I think my favorite part of this town was inside that zone, maybe the old district, I'm not sure. The houses are just so old and rustic. It is really, really interesting. I just love it. And people are outside in the evenings chatting with each other, drinking tea. I don't know, that's just how it should be. It's a different feeling here than it is back home in the USA or a Western country, I should say. It's just different. So I love it. The more I travel east in Turkey, the more I fall in love with it. I'm looking forward to go to the next place. Anyway, that's it. I'm mumbling. I suppose I should call it a day. That's it. Thank you all for watching. Remember, your time is running out. Start living. I'm gonna go to bed, I guess. Good night. Take care.